Hey, it's Matt. Today I have for you lot number 2 of the auction if you didn't watch last week's. This is the one that I said I stole for 16 bucks and yeah, I think everybody was sleeping. They didn't see this one. Let it pass. I don't know. I think I did pretty good on it. I think the bulk of what this is worth is in that case right there, and I'll kind of show you at the end how I saw it in the picture. And pretty much all of this stuff was just on top of itself, and you had to really look through here to see what was in it. I think all of this stuff is well worth more than $16. What's in there is 10 times more than what I paid for this, I believe. So I think I did pretty dang good. So let's start on the left. I have something off camera here that I'll just bring in just because it's fairly large. We have a stethoscope with a brake line or a fuel line attached to the end of it. And yeah, if you're hunting down a noise in your engine or something, you usually you can use a stethoscope, or you just use a really long screwdriver and stick your ear to the end of it. It's usually what I do, but some guys use that. I think this is some sort of listening device that you would attach onto the end of there, I believe. Maybe you'd stick the hose on there and stick this up to whatever you're using. I am not quite sure. I could be way off, but I think that's what that is. I have no clue what this is. So if anybody out there could tell me, it kind of seems like it has like a diaphragm in there. And it looks like it might, you might put a hose on there, but there's no barb on there. So I don't know. I have no clue. But it feels like there's some sort of diaphragm that sucks that back down in there. Threads on that end. I don't know. Some of this stuff, I have no idea. There's some strange, it's kind of a strange lot. So let's get more into this. We have some seeing devices here, some little eyeglass, little things with some lights on it, and what do you know? Both of these lights work on these things, so that's pretty cool. They look pretty chintzy, but whatever, we're in there. I have these two lights. This one I put batteries in. It doesn't work because I think the bulb is missing off the end of there. It looks like there's just wires in there. This one, I stuck some batteries in, and what do you know? It works. And this is kind of like a little inspection light. If you got to get down in something, you can stick it down in there and turn it on, and it kind of directs the light, 45 degrees down into somewhere, so you can get in there and check it out. So that's pretty cool. And then this thing is pretty cool too. Doubt it's worth much. Little Bosch and Lomb little magnifier here. And I tried putting batteries in this, but they wouldn't fit. I put some double A's in there, and I had to really jam it into there. And I didn't want to get it stuck in there, so I aborted that mission. So I grabbed another set of batteries, thinking that maybe it was the plastic, the label on it, that was impeding it from going into there, and that's cross-threaded, but we'll leave that alone. But yeah, so I couldn't get any batteries in there, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Anyway, another little looking device here. We got this little jeweler's loop, and this thing is cool. I pulled this out, used it. The light works on it. It's a lot more convenient than this other thing that I usually use. It's this little magnifier, and this is it's got a little light on it, which is batteries dying on it. It's got an adjuster here and an adjuster here, but it's kind of cumbersome to use. I'll probably try to use that a little more often. Might be a little easier. But we have a bunch of forceps too that are in really good shape. They all, I believe, say Pakistan stainless steel on them. These really long ones, these are nice. I'm going to throw these in my tackle box, I think. But the teeth on there are just awesome. They lock really well. Not rusty, not used and abused. Got 3 sets. These don't have any teeth on them. They look like they're a little more worn, a little more used, maybe a little older. Those are cool. Got these weird plastic ones. I think they say Alpha on them. Weird end on them. But those are cool. We'll hang on to those. Got a couple of magnets. Little telescope and little magnet here. Pocket clip on it. And we have this cool little magnet. It's just a little aluminum, piece of aluminum with the magnet shoved down in there. That's cool. A couple sets of tweezers. These are really strange. Let's take a look at the end of here. Those are kind of interesting. If anybody knows what those are specifically for, I don't know, but they look pretty mean. Little praying mantis, little jaws. So those are cool. In good shape. I don't think those say anything on them. Then we have this little pouch here. There's something pretty cool in here. But first we got these tweezers. Again, in really good shape. And then we have this other little thing in here. So I don't know what this used to be, but it's a little tool that you would that would probably be really sharp. Maybe a poker or something, or an awl or a scribe. But whoever had this decided to make something else out of it. It appears that they made this three-sided little spear here out of this. You can tell it's been manipulated and carved. So I don't know what it used to be, but now it's a prison shank, I think. Yeah, that's all I can think of what that is. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it came in that little green pouch. So that's cool. And then we got this huge pile of little dental tools here and other miscellaneous stuff. So let's kind of go through this one by one here. Nice scrapers. Some of these are Pakistan, some of them are India. I don't know which one this is. Do you want to look at all of them? I don't know. Do you like looking at pics? I don't know. That one's got nothing on it. But just a bunch of different various... I don't know what this is. There's some of these over there too. I'll put this over there. We'll look at those when I look at those. We got this little Green Ripper hook on there. In this little, just all different shapes. That one looks like it's been worked on. Just your basic scraper tool. Some of them still have the protectors on them. None of them are like really, other than that one, none of these are ground down or anything. They all look really good. I think that's a Matco. Yep, a Matco. Look at that thing. With a magnet on the end. I mean, that's a nice scraper there. Not abused at all. We got ourselves a crochet hook here. You know, could come in handy in the toolbox. You never know. And then we have this. I think this is a Matco. I had one just like this. And it evaded me a long time ago. I believe it was this exact one. So now I have another one. Alright, another pick with the things on it. This one says something on it. What do we have there? Stainless India. Yep. So just some cool picks. This little weird corkscrewy thingy. If you ever need to corkscrew something. I don't know, this little hook thing. Maybe this one had a ball end on it like that over there. I don't know. Just a little hooky tool. That says something on there. ER316. Bet you I could look that up and maybe figure out what that is. What else? And then we have this one. This is an OTC 7101. And it has this knot pick on the end. Just kind of a hook, maybe for hooking wires or something. I don't know. But a pick on that end. And it's kind of plastic. So that's cool. So good pile of picks. I think that pile of picks right there is worth 16 bucks. I don't know. What do you think? I think so. Then we have another one of those, what is that tools? I don't know what that is. I have no clue. I've seen one of these before, but I just don't know. I don't remember what that's for. So if anybody knows, let me know. We have these things here. I got one Proto, two Matcos, no, two Macs and one Matco. I think this one with the red on it is a Proto. And what these are is a little screw holder, screw starter. I think they call them screw starters. So it's like those screwdrivers where you slide the, I think I got one of those. Hold on a sec here. Yeah, it's like one of these, you know, where you stick the flathead screwdriver in there and you push this up and it spreads those teeth, or the blade or whatever, and it holds that screw there. So it's like one of those, just a different style. And then you flip, get in there, you flip this down, and as you can see, that spins, so that's what holds it, is that spinning, twisting motion of that. Holds the screw head in there. So again, I got a Proto one. I think this is a Mac. The other small one, same size as that one. Yep, we got a Mac 9 or SS2M, and then one of these is a Mac and one is a Matco. And they got magnets on the end. Yep, got a Matco and the Mac. So these are pretty cool. I don't know if these are worth maybe 15 bucks or something like that. Maybe 5 or 10 for these smaller ones. So that's pretty cool. I think those are worth some money. Somebody might buy them. We have a couple of pokey things here. Wooden handles. It can be done. Johnson's Manufacturing, Princeton, Iowa. Soldering fluxes, tinning compounds, pure solders, chemicals, epoxies, tools, and supplies for industry. So that's all it really says in there, I think. I don't think it says anything on the collar. Nope. But yeah, just a long kind of pokey thing, and then another long, a little bit sharper, longer taper on there pokey thing. That one's kind of cool. I like that. No identifying marks on it at all. Kind of a cool shaped handle, kind of tapered the same as the shank there. That's pretty cool. All right, another mystery tool here, this red-handled thing. I can't for the life of me figure it out. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with brakes or springs or something, because there's some other brake tools in this one, and there's some brake tools in the next lot. So stay tuned for next week for the other one, because that kind of ties into this one. But there's no name on this thing. It just says caution, wear eye protection, which is usually a Snap-on thing, I believe. It says that on lots of their tools. But this end is usually on a brake tool, but I've never seen, I don't know what kind of tomfoolery is going on here. You know, this end looks similar. Maybe, I just don't know. Usually when there's a combo tool with this end, it has an end like this. This here, it's got one of those on the other end of it, you know. But this doesn't. This has this. Maybe that does the same thing. Hook that onto the cap. I don't know if anyone knows. I was trying to figure out what brand it is. I looked up Mac, Matco, Snap-on. I don't think I checked Blue Point, but this kind of struck me as kind of a Lyle tool. But the red is a little kind of too red. Lyle is usually a darker red. So I don't know who made this. I looked on there. There is a little mark. Let's see if I can find it on here. Yeah, right there. I don't know what that is. Just looks like some blocks. 4 blocks and then another little thing at the end of it. Boy, this camera can actually see that pretty good. And there's another one right there. So I don't know. I looked at it with the scope. It doesn't say anything, so I don't know. If anyone knows what that is, let me know. Then we have this cool little bonus Snap-on T8 Torx in blue, in excellent shape. Looks really nice. I don't know if I'm going to hang on to that one or sell it. I don't have any other Snap-on Torx. Actually, I think I might have a black one. I'll have to look into that. Then we have a couple of grabby tools. This one's kind of cool. It's got a really, really tiny little grabby. There it is, little hook and grab there. So I don't know if this is for wires. I mean, it's metal and it's kind of sharp. I don't know if you'd want to grab a wire with that. It's pretty tough of a, you know, I don't know. Maybe if it's for upholstery or something, or pulling something. I don't know. You could grab anything with it that would fit in there. And we have this really big grabby tool. And this one's really nice. And I had one very similar to this. And that tool also evaded me. And I'm happy to have this thing. So it's pretty cool. I got that scraper there that I used to have back in the day. That one right there. And a grabby tool that I used to have that disappeared on me. So that's cool. Got a couple of mirrors here that don't have the glass in them. Well, one of them had the glass in it, and I took it out. But this one, no glass in it. It's 1 1/8 inch. Maybe I'll find, you know, a piece of glass from somebody to get in there. And then I have this Blue Point GA 294. I'm not even in the camera. What am I doing here? Yell at me. Tell me. You know? Blue Point GA 294. The mirror was broken on it, but again, telescoping a little bit. That other one's telescoping too. But the glass I took out already because it was, you know, it looked like that. Looks like somebody was welding around it and got some spatter on there. And there was this card underneath it that's kind of moldy, so I'm going to have to wash my hands after this, I think. Instructions, blah, 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 refill, Allman Devices Corporation. That's interesting. So, yeah, a $10 or $15 Allman. I wonder how much Blue Point charged you for that thing, for it to be an Allman. But anyway, let's move on. We have this brake pad little spreader tool. And I looked this one up, and it doesn't say Snap-on anywhere on it, but when I type in that part number, it comes up as Snap-on. And I originally typed in OTC, because that looks like an OTC tool, just the finish on it, and that writing that's usually an OTC kind of, you know, whatever, etching in there, or whatever they do to put their logos on there. So, I don't know, whatever, 10 or 15 bucks for that, maybe. These little green things are kind of interesting, and I looked these up, and first thing that came up, I believe, was a Blue Point set, but I think I found a Mac set and a Matco set that had these same things, and a Snap-on set that had the same things in there. So, you know, again, just like that Blue Point being an Allman, you know, this kit was probably something else, and all of the big, you know, big truck names just put their name on the outside of the box and charge you more for it. So, yeah, these are just a little extra terminal little tools. So I don't know, I don't do much electrical stuff, but in the automotive world, if you're doing electrical, you're unpinning terminals, you need stuff like this for it. And you know, these are only just pieces for it. I don't know how much I can get for these. I don't know if I'm ever going to do any unpinning of any terminalage in any newer vehicles in my lifetime, so I don't know, I'll probably try to sell those, but I don't know what kind of money I'll get for them. And then these weird things, I have no idea what these are. No clue. Somebody can help me out. They have this little Y on the end. I do not know what these are. The ends are a little different. Maybe just broken off. I don't know. I think they're just broken off or something. That one's kind of got a weird groove in it. This one's kind of flat. I don't know. I don't know if they're supposed to be like that or if just there's supposed to be something on the ends and they all just broke off of there. I don't know what these are. Somebody focus. Somebody tell me. No idea. They appear to be stainless. Maybe there's some sort of dissection tool or something. Something to stab in somewhere. I don't know. But let's see here. Did I get everything here? I think I got everything. We talked about all of that. I think we did. We didn't talk about what's in that case. So before I even look in that case, what do you think? Was this all worth 16 bucks? I think it definitely was worth more than 16 bucks. I probably think I doubled my money with this stuff on here. All of those picks and everything. Got some Matco, some Proto, some Mac. That little screwdriver right there. I think I definitely more than doubled my money with everything sitting here. Now let's take a look at the gold inside of that container. Okay, so I got a stage as kind of how I saw it in the picture in the auction, and it was kind of like this, and I saw that S and I knew it was Snap-on, and then I saw this red. I think I saw a little more red in there, so I knew there was a bunch of what I thought were screwdrivers in this case. So I knew there was at least 3 of them in there, so I figured, you know, 3 Snap-on screwdrivers, as long as the ends are good on them, that's definitely worth, you know, the 16 bucks I paid for this. Well, man, did I strike it, I think, pretty good with this, because these aren't screwdrivers. These are all electrical terminal little tools, if I am not mistaken. I looked up a couple of these numbers. I didn't look up all of them on here, but we have 1, 2, I'll just get them laid out here real quick here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them. And I think I looked up a kit of 6 of these, and it was $80 for a kit of 6. Is there one more in there? There's one more in there, and some of these are kind of sharp. But, and they got this case. I don't know what is this for? Tough built. No idea, but I'm glad it had that little kind of see-through window in there, because it allowed me to see that there were more Snap-on things down inside of there. But everybody else must have been sleeping and didn't really pay much attention to this lot, and I didn't click on it. This was something after the auction was kind of almost over. I went back and looked through other stuff to see if I missed anything, and I missed it the first go around. So let's take a look at a couple of these. We have a seam ripper in here, so I know some of that electrical wrap has some cloth over it, and you might have to use this, or maybe even use it for electrical tape if you got something wrapped up in that stuff. Maybe if this is sharp enough, it'll cut a zip tie. I don't know, but it's got all the part numbers on it. I'll have to look them all up and see what they cost individually, but they are all different. I did look at most of these, and I think none of them have been tampered with or ground down or modified in any way. They all look like they're practically brand spanking new. So I would say I have at least $100 worth of Snap-on terminal tools here. I don't know. What do you think? Where are you going to get these for under $100? So pretty cool. Bunch of different style ends on there. And again, I'm just assuming that these are terminal wrenches. I really haven't looked up any of these numbers to see what exactly they are, but I just saw a couple of pictures of some of them, and that's what I got here. That's what I'm going with. All right, so let's should I do a wrap up? I don't think I have a wrap up on that other stuff, but what do you think? 16 bucks? I think I did pretty good. Got a lot of cool picks and what have yous. Stay tuned for next week. I have another lot that has some Matco, some Snap-on, some Mac stuff, some pretty interesting things in there, some tools I don't know what they are, and some tools that I should have probably used by now in my life, but never really needed to, but I have them now, so maybe I'll try to use these tools. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, have a good one.